Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to this video conference. It's my pleasure to be here with you today, sharing a little bit of this beautiful topic that is going to be addressed in today's video. So I hope you learn and enjoy this. So let's start. Today we are going to be talking about you learning the actual teaching and new tools for teaching. So as we know, we have many methodologies, strategies, and also techniques that are used when we are teaching, right? But what about the e-learning methodology that it is nowadays implemented? So what is e-learning? E-learning is 24/7 type learning. It can be considered as a new hype in the information and communication world. So it is said to be an expansion of previous learning paradigms. So what does it mean? The e-learning, it is known as the traditional teaching that it is in classroom. Nowadays that we are passing through a pandemic, it is known that the in-person classes had to be adapted to a new modality that it is virtual. So in order to understand better this e-learning, let's go to another definition, which is anywhere and anytime learning. It means that this e-learning is focused that if someone has access to a mobile or electronic device, he is able to be connected with knowledge that it is not around that person. For example, in a book or going beyond that access that that person can have. And that is why we are using internet, because internet allows us to have another connection with real life and also giving us information that we are not able to get. And also the definition is referring to any environment that allows any mobile learning device to access the learning and teaching. So this e-learning is for us to have another perspective of what is the teaching or learning, and for helping us to have more information that we can have. But when was e-learning originated? Okay, Mark Weiser of Xerox PARC Lab gave birth to the concept of e-learning more than 25 years ago. So just imagine that at that time, technology was not as we know today. Technology was very limited, and even internet was very uncommon at that moment. But he imagined tons of technology in the teaching and learning. He was thinking about the future that nowadays we are living that future that he thought at that moment. For example, he said that when that person or a student is connected to a computer, regardless of what form it has, for example, if it is computer or a cell phone, that person is focusing only on the learning and materials that immerse that person in that connection between the software of a computer and that person, right? So that was the idea of Mark Weiser at that time, to connect people with information that it is beyond what they can do. And some characteristics of the e-learning that are very important to know. For example, permanence. Learning materials are always available. So if you go over internet, you are going to find tons of information that maybe it is not on books that you can have, because you know technology and also information is updating every single day. So it's being updated. So you are not going to find the same information in books that you are going to find on internet. So the second one, accessibility. So access from anywhere as required by each user, right? So if your computer requires internet, so you are going to have connection to internet and you can enjoy that new world, which is the technology. The second one, immediate. Whenever a student is, and they can have immediately access learning materials. So if a student needs, for example, PDF about a Second World War, so they are going to find that information and some others materials that can be adapted from their likes. Another one is interactivity, so online collaboration, and that's it. when teachers and students are having that interaction, and also including materials, platforms, and some other virtual activities that can be implemented in a class. So that is the interactivity that they are having, students, between teachers, teachers with the students, right? So situated educational activities. This is when they are learning context. They are having the information that is just posted. They don't have all information. And lastly, adaptability. So getting right information in the right place for the right student. Because just imagine that you assign a homework for a student, but he is getting the wrong information in the wrong place. So that is not going to have any advantage for that student, right? So you learning in the technology context of today and tomorrow. That was what Mark Weiser was thinking about at the time. And today's technology seems to be reviving the original e-learning concept outlined by Mark Weiser, and some are now appearing as described below. So this is simple. And nowadays we can see that technology is getting that main idea that Mark Weiser had at that time of what technology could be. Nowadays, technology is the main point of what a student and a teacher is using in order to have the education. For example, mobile devices. You know, mobile devices are nowadays important for us to have a better connection with the virtual classes, right? A cloud computer, and in here students can save and submit their assignments, and they can have access whenever they want and every time they want. Smart personal agents. Well, we know that nowadays there are tons of new updated information that they can have in order to have that specific information. So new tools for teaching. And here when we are talking about new tools for teaching, it refers to platforms that can help teachers to fulfill and or to get that point from Mark Weiser. So some of them, I have some of them here. For example, Wabi Sabi, this is an online community for lesson planning. It doesn't mean that this is going to give you the lesson plans as you want, but at least it gives you an idea of what you want for your students, right? A web whiteboard, the perfect tool for class brainstorming sessions. So as it says, it provides a whiteboard where students can be connected at the same time, providing their ideas about a topic. Articulate, a great tool for creating online learning course. So this is like Classroom, but this is another platform, right? And you can create courses, and your students can get there, have the homeworks that you assign to them. And another one, Artists. This is a beautiful resource for art collection and education. Here students can find several of information, for example, pictures, articles, news. Every time they want to look for something like that, they can go to Artists, and there are some new tools that teachers can show to students in order to practice the e-learning method. And to finish with this video conference, I have a beautiful quote from Mark Weiser that was famous, and it says, "The most powerful technologies are those that disappear. They weave themselves into the fabric of everyday life until they are indistinguishable from it." So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I hope you learn and enjoy it a lot.